I am so excited for this. A little nervous. I haven't done a live training for a while, so I'm gonna be a little nervous probably at first. And so I first of all, I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my story. And so when Monet came, I'm 6.5 years in, and when we found out it was coming, my daughter Kat, who's up in the top corner, I think maybe just for me, but she's always, my two daughters are always in my top corner. Larissa and Katrina are my girls, and she came to me with this, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do direct selling. I was so proud to say that I'd never done direct selling. And because I worked in a brick and mortar company for a family business, 18 years I worked for this business. And I thought, no, there's no way. But you know what? I was also brought up by mother and father who said, you always support your kids. So I thought, you know what? I'll just sign up. I'm not going to sell this. I'm just going to sign up. And we couldn't buy as customers yet, or I probably would have started as a VIP. And thank goodness I didn't, you guys. Thank goodness, because this changed my world. I started in August 1st, handed my notice in November 15th to a family business, which did not go over very well. My brother was extremely upset with me. I was the event planner to 5 warehouses all over Canada and the US. And he was not happy with me. And needless to say, that Christmas, I finished that last Christmas party and we barely talked. And it was, and we came from a family we all have cabins side by side. We were so close. So luckily we had a little time to warm up before summer came. And so, you know what, I thought, I met Ray and I met Stuart and I met Senor Louise, and I was like, these people are amazing. I think I'm going to try this. You know, I'm going to actually try it. Well, all of a sudden people started asking me what I was doing with my hair, and I loved it. So I shared it. Like, I loved it. And so I started going, like I hit by December, and I was like, I am flying here, you guys. Like, I'm going to be SEG in no time. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the dream. And I kept thinking, why has no one ever talked me into doing direct selling before? And I was like, well, whatever. I'm just going to go, and I'm going with this. Well, we had these amazing, back then it was just Market Mentor and Up. We're invited to these amazing, they were just like a training. And this one was going to be in Seattle. And I was so excited. And and all of a sudden it was the qualifications ended February 28th. And I had everything to hit except one girl, and she was 48 PV away. And she swore to me, she had an order, she was putting it in, and I was like, okay. And then I was like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And guess what? She didn't put it in. So this trip didn't happen for me. And I was devastated, you guys, devastated. I cried. I called Katrina. I was quitting. I was just quitting. I was like, I've had it. I don't need this stress. I'm already a very busy lady. I'm shareholder in some companies, and I run a rental company. So I was already busy, but this was where my passion was. And I was like, I don't need this anymore. So I told Katrina, I'm quitting. She can take my team. And I have to tell you, at that time, you guys, she probably would have hit ED, because that's how strong my team was. Like, that's all she needed was some more MMBs, and she would have been there. So she was pretty cool that she didn't. So anyways, it was March 1st, and I walked into the house, and I was talking to Katrina in the car, and I came in the house and I was crying. And my husband said, what are you, like, were you in an accident? I'm like, no, I'm quitting Monet. He's like, oh. He's like, why? And I said, I didn't get this trip, and I just don't need this. And he stopped me and he said, Kathy, you always quit on you. And I was like, what? He's like, Kathy, you always quit on you. He said, he's like, your children, they go to all the sports you can imagine. You don't miss a hockey game. You don't miss a hockey practice, soccer, you name it. there's piano, drama. I was that mom that was everywhere, you guys, everywhere. But do you ever think I went to an exercise class for me? No. Because that's easier. As a mom, it was like, no, that wouldn't be right. I couldn't put me first. It's my kids have got to go first. And you know what? My kids, they ate. I was that mom who had breakfast, lunch was packed for them every day. I was that mom who I billeted hockey players. So I fed usually 6 to 7 people every night. And I was a homemade mom cook. Like, I was so proud of that. But do you think I followed my diet? No, because you know what? That didn't matter. I let them all go first. And my husband said to me, when are you going to put you first? Is it time, Kathy? The kids are gone. Is it time? And I was like, you know what? It's time. It is time to press the reset button. And that is what I'm going to train you guys on tonight. I'm going to teach you guys how to start every day with a clean slate. Every day, you guys, you can do this. We all have days that we can't, we feel like we didn't succeed the day before, but you know what? The world came and the sun goes down, the sun comes up the next morning, and we get to press reset on that. So I need you guys to sit back and enjoy this training. Take what you can. There's going to be a replay. So if you feel like you missed something, go back and listen to it again. I'm going to give you some ideas of how I started my reset, and I do it to this day, you guys. And nothing is going to stop me from, I will be here as long as I can. Like, as long as Monique's around, I'm here. So I work on this, and I want you guys to understand, just press the reset every morning. So, you know what? We need to live in a present life. That's one thing. Don't keep rehashing the mistakes you made yesterday. We need to be fully present to be allowed that peace of mind, okay? You guys already know, all this stuff about, getting rid of all the negativity and everything, but you're going to hear it again, because maybe one thing I say to you guys today is going to just maybe turn things around. And maybe one thing I do today just lights a little bit of that light in me that I have going in me right now. So I may make some mistakes because I'm reading, because I'm a little nervous. And I want to tell you also one thing. I'm dyslexic. So the more nervous I get, the more my words jump around. So don't ever think that things in this world come easy to people who are higher in this company. But we all are with family today. That's how I look at you guys. I look at you as all my family. If I make a mistake, I feel like it's okay, because you guys are my family and you guys love me no matter what. So, these are a few tips I'm going to give you. So one thing, here's a few tips to help you get past that I should have, I did that wrong, and I might as well quit. Okay. First thing, you guys, this is like first thing, practice gratitude. We have a company that practices gratitude, but we personally have to practice gratitude. We need to be practice gratitude when you wake up in the morning, okay? No matter what, you can find gratitude in every single thing you do. So what I mean by this is, when you're practicing gratitude will fill your heart at all the time. This is why it's the number one thing for me. So what I do is, before you guys, when you wake up in the morning and you haven't got out of bed, you just open your eyes. I want you to start by doing one thing, and just find one thing that you're grateful for, just one. And you guys, it will actually snowball. You'll actually end up coming more and more and more. But when you find that one thing, and don't think it's going to be something like you invented the light bulb. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, it can be something as simple as the sun came up today. That's all. It doesn't have to be this almighty thing. But you want to do this before you start the lunches. Do this before you get the breakfast ready. But I'm going to tell you a little something. When you fill your day with that, when you go to make that lunch and you go to make that breakfast, you are so full of love that what you produce, what you're making for your children, what you're making for your husband, you already are there, and you will transfer that love. And I know that sounds like a silly little thing, but I truly believe you transfer that love into the food and whatever you're making, and to be around your children. You will wake up, you'll come out of that kitchen in a whole different grateful attitude. So I want the next one, number 2, is make no what if rules. I want you to get rid of the what ifs, okay? They just keep you from moving forward, you guys. Your thoughts just keep going around and around and around. And all you can do is think about how I could have done it different, how I could have done it different. Just stop, you guys, just stop. Well, I just want you to get rid of, lose those words in your dictionary, what if. Because what if is something that you will never, ever get over if you just don't drop it and just realize you don't need it. So move on. You can change it. You know, you can change the things going forward, but you can't change the things going back. So why bother? We can't look at yesterday and figure out what we should have done. All we can worry about is tomorrow. Today and tomorrow are the only ones that we can worry about. So I don't want you to live in the should haves, could haves, and would haves. I want you guys to live in the I will, I can, and I am. And number 3, reframe your past to make you the hero in your story. Okay, guys? You might tell people stories all the time about yourselves. And I want you to rethink it, because sometimes I guarantee you they might not be the most flattering stories. You know, it's sort of like, you know what, I'm always broke, I have no money, it's just, what am I going to do? How do I get out of this mess? I want you to think about it. I want you to take the power. You guys take the power in this, okay? I want you to do it at 180. And I want you to just, you know what? And you can turn around. I'm going to give you an example. You know what? I decided, instead of always being broke and complaining about my situation, I decided to take on this side hustle. And you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Who knows where this could take me? Who knows if it just makes me my $500 a month? Or who knows if I'm driving a Cadillac in 6 months? Who knows what I can do? Because you know what? I am going to believe in myself now. So can you hear the change in that? From the idea of like, oh, I have no money, to that, I can do this, you guys. Take the power. You have the ability to have the power, so you take it. The next one, you guys, is get physical. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. When we were away in Quebec, and a lady, an amazing lady, had taught us this, did a training. She came from the States. Her name was Allie. And she does these non-excuse accountability. Do you know, before she gets on a call, she gets on her little rebounder and she bounces on her rebounder to get her vibration up. That's what I did tonight to get on here, because I think that when you have that vibration, I'm going to be able to give it to you. So you know what? That's what I'm saying. Get physical. When you go outside, take a walk. Okay, put your head up, look around and see how grateful you are to see what we have in this world. When you're doing your yoga, put your head up and actually think about doing your yoga. Get into a place where you're almost in, it's actually called active meditation, where you actually are only thinking about walking, you're only thinking about yoga. It is the most amazing thing. I don't do a very good meditation where I just sit and think about one thing, but if I can go in and watch the grass sway, I can do that for 10 minutes and feel rejuvenated. So it's called an active meditation. So just what you're doing is you're trying to take that busy mind and you're trying to make it, just streamline it. Okay, so the second one is make a to-do list. And I know this sounds crazy, but you want to know something, you guys? Plan for today. Plan for today, you guys. You know what? But I'm telling you, you're not making a list of 100 things. Please take your 5 top things you need to get done and get them done. Do you know how good it feels at the end of the night when you look at a list and 5 things have been checked off? And I can tell you, I have been known to add things to my list and then check them off because I personally think, hey, I did it that day and I'm going to take credit for it. And I'll tell you another thing. I don't know if any of you have this problem, but I have a husband who comes home and I'll say, so what'd you do today? And you know what? I go, I did this, and this. And he's like, wow, you were really busy today. Instead of me going, nothing. No, I didn't do anything. And then they think we just sat in there and ate bonbons all day. Well, I was working. I was working my business. So number 6 is go outside. When you're in nature is like the best reset button. Do you know when you go outside, the chemicals actually are released when you walk out to the fresh air and the sunshine. There actually is chemicals and they're released, and I don't know what they are, and I don't claim to know what all those little things are. But you know what? I know when I go outside, I feel like it's like, okay, there's that instant reset button. Nature has a great way of sweeping away all the negativity. Okay. Number 7 is, remember, happiness is a choice. Have no regrets, you guys. Don't consciously make decisions to replace regrets. I want you to find a different emotion. You don't come into the world with a regret, okay? I want you to have your choice. Choose happiness. Choose hope, you guys. Choose excitement. Like, there's so many things out there we can choose other than regret. So you know what? Let's dig deep. And if we look at being happy, you know what? What is happy? Your happiness and my happiness are different things. So everybody, you guys just find a different happiness. Everybody has a different thing. So just find it. You guys will. Once you start saying, no, I'm going to choose happiness as my choice, I'm not going back to regret anymore. Now, number 8, start with a mantra or an affirmation. And if you begin every day with a positive thought, and that is something that you guys can put on your bathroom mirror, and just, if you could, I'm going to give you one today. You know, like we've all heard that, you know, today is the first day of the rest of my life, right? That's one. But I am going to give you one that I actually heard, and it's something that, well, any of my girls probably know that you're going to hear what I have to say, but it's one that I hold really closely. And when I say my mantra, and I know I'm a little on the wacky side, you guys, but I cover my heart, and I may look in the mirror and I look at myself, and I will say right into that mirror and say, I am enough. And then I'll say it again, I am enough. And I'll say it one more time, and I'll say, I am enough. And I want you guys to all understand that when you say that in that mirror, you will believe it. And if it means write it on that mirror, you guys, if it means have it on your desktop, whatever it takes, but say it to yourself, cover your heart and believe it, you guys, because we are all enough. And you guys can think of your own mantra. That's just one of mine. So also, a mantra keeps you focused in the present. And that's what we want to do. Right now, you're talking about the present. That mantra is choosing a positive affirmation to start every day, and that's keeping you grounded. Okay, and I only got a couple more, so I'm almost done. I want you guys to end every night you crawl into bed end your night with a highlight reel. Go back on that day, you guys, and think of all those wonderful things. You know what? You could say to yourself, I'm going to go to bed counting blessings instead of sheep. Okay, I want you guys to think about it. Think when you go to bed at night, think of all those positive thoughts. Think of all those wonderful little things that happened today. You know what? Everybody has something that happened to them good. And go to bed with that, and you're going to wake up already in the morning with that positive mindset. That's what we need to do. We all want the positivity to be gone. We want to be alive. I'm sorry, all the negative to be gone. We want to come and start every day with a positive thought. Now, number 10, you guys, I want you guys to avoid comparing, please. I know social media is so big, you guys, and I had a terrible incident on social media, and it has scarred me. If you notice, I fiddled with my bangs. Someone made fun of my bangs, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And I realized that this was even more true to me. I'm not going to compare myself to anyone on social media. Remember, when people put their social media highlight reels on there, they edit them, you guys. We have an unedited life. Okay, don't compare yourself to those people. What our lives are darn sweet, you guys. Everyone can find something great. So life isn't a contest. Whenever you are, wherever you are at this time is exactly perfect for you, or you wouldn't be there. So I'm going to go over them quickly. Practice gratitude. Make no what if rule. There's no more what if rule. There's no more what ifs, please. And reframe your past to be the hero in the story. Get physical. Make a to-do list. Go outside. Remember, happiness is a choice, you guys. Start with a mantra or an affirmation and end each day with a highlight reel, and avoid comparison. So tonight, as you set the sunsets, Put down your troubles, count your blessings, remind yourself that whatever you do today was enough. Tomorrow's another day, a fresh start, and a new beginning. So thank you guys so much. Does anyone have any questions? I hope I just, brought some, a little bit of happiness to everybody. And, but if anyone has, I can't read and read at the same time. So I'm not sure if you had any questions in there. So if anyone has any questions, you can ask me. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. I was so nervous. I think I'm still shaken, but like I said, I feel like I'm with a family here. And truly, you guys, I think that this business is one of the most amazing businesses. It's brought me a new life. This is not the person I was 6.5 years ago. I was a quiet girl who I planned events, and I used to try and leave before the event ended, so I didn't have to be there. So this is something that has been amazing for me. So
can I ask a question, Kathy?
Sure, you can. Yes, hello, honey.
Hi, Kathy. That was so good. I would love to know, and I think there's some other people that probably would love to know this as well. I'm pretty sure you built your business not on social media.
Yes.
I feel like, yeah. Do you have any tips for people that might not be awesome? I mean, for me, I was a market mentor before I even had Instagram, and it's always hard to tell people you don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be super good at social media to be successful. You just have to talk to people like human people. So I'd love you to just share a little bit about that.
I would absolutely love that, because I to this day, I do not do a lot on social media. And that's just, maybe it's my confidence level or whatever, but you want to know something. What I do is, I'm going to tell you guys, there's 3 things you need to do with this business. You have to love your business. You have to love your product. You have to love the company, the business, and you. You have to believe in all 3. I believe in this company to my core. I believe in my product to the core. And you know what? Probably the only thing that people are wavering on is themselves. And I said to myself, you know what? I love this product. Why wouldn't I share it? So you know what? I'm not going to give you an example. Everybody that knows me knows what I do. I don't hide it, you guys. I am darn proud of what I do. I have paid bills. I will retire my husband very quickly. I am so proud of this, that, you know what, why don't we share with people we know? Why don't we share? Why don't we not, we feel the need that, I only want to tell people on Instagram what I do. No, put your head up high, you guys. This is a damn good business. This is taking over from a lot of other businesses. So I think people a lot of times they go into the passion of putting all that time into an Instagram post, where if they just contacted their friends, or they just contacted their friends' friends, if people knew what they were doing, why do we feel the need that we have to hide what we do, but we can share it with strangers? I want people to say no. If your family says no, your friends say no, that's okay. Because you know what? Maybe you need new friends. Maybe you got to have some more family. But I want to tell you one thing, you guys, that so many people forget in this business. Do you know how many people you need to get a catalog? 4 people, you guys. I'm not asking you to get 100 people. You need 4 people. That's it, to drive a Cadillac. You actually, if you look at the comp plan, look back at that comp plan. So realistically, you guys, you need 2 other people in your life that also want to do this business. I think we're making it, I think we have this idea that we need to have 100 people, enrolled, but we don't. You link arms with 2 other people, and you have a Cadillac, and then they have a Cadillac. Like it is the simplest comp plan. I've never seen another one, so I wouldn't know. But for me, it's so simple. So I think everyone is making it too. You find one person, and honestly, that's what I did. I found 2 women who really wanted this business, and I linked arms with them, and we grew their businesses, and then I just trickled on mine. So I don't know if that did that help at all, Diana?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think social media is a great platform to,
Oh.
be out there, but you got to remember that, yeah, like you said, like there's people in your life, meeting people through people, and that we don't have to hide behind that. I think it was great. Thank you.
And I also have to tell you that there is, I don't ever quit talking to people. There's people I've actually just talked to for 5 years ago. And the girl said to me the other day, "Are you still doing Monat?" And I said, "I sure am. And I am never going anywhere." And she's like, "I'm actually thinking of doing an online business." I said, "Well, do you want to take a look at mine?" And like, this girl has been, I have gone and got my nails done for her for 5 years. And she finally has said to me, like, and that's what I said, because I am proud. I am the first one to go in there and say, "I'm on my way to Quebec, get my nails done." I boast about every trip I have. So, celebrate your wins. If you guys got a market partner and you want to tell all your family, "I got a market partner and this woman is like the greatest, and I found a new friend," they might get a little like, maybe I'm going to watch her a bit. So never forget your family, your friends. People are always watching you, not just on social media. And I think social media works for so many people. Don't get me wrong. I'm just explaining to you guys how I did it. I share it with everybody. I'm the lady who gives the sample to the girl at the Starbucks. That's me. I am that lady. I got my berry scrub is my most favorite thing in the world. And I'm telling you, as far as I'm concerned, if someone treats me good, I don't hand them. One thing you guys have to know, I give them a gift. I don't give them a sample. And I think that's one thing we have to remember when you're giving someone this sample of, for example, the berry scrub. I think you need some self-care. I want to gift you with this sample. So it's so much different than saying, "Hey, can you try this sample and let me know what you think of it?" Use it as a gift, you guys. We live in a gratitude business. That is what the business we're in. Feel like we can share, but we can also share little things. So I hope that helped you guys. So is there any other questions? Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys. I just made it, you guys. I said half an hour and I did it. So I'm pretty happy. I didn't keep you guys for too long. So I thank you guys so much tonight for showing up. It means everything to me to have so many people support me. And I love all you guys. So thank you guys so much.